Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a soft glam in the shade Berry. I love this shade. Of course, you know that because I'm doing this look. So let us start with moisturizing my face with an Embryolisse moisturizer, which I always love. And for extra shine today, I'm going to be using an illuminator from PAC Cosmetics. I'm using a peach corrector under my eyes to correct any darkness, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible foundation. This is kind of a liquidy foundation, so I'm using my fingers to first spread it all over my face instead of a brush because I feel like brushes take up too much product and I hate wasting any product. After giving it a couple of minutes, I used a blender to blend the foundation all over my face and neck. Our next step is going to be using a soft contour below my cheekbones to make them pop. And I'm using a steepling brush to do so. And you can see that while I'm applying it, I'm blending it directly instead of using a sponge. Now this is going to be because I'm using a cream bronzer and a liquid foundation. I don't want the two to get mixed. I'm also going to use the same product to contour my nose, and instead of going directly with a concealer, I'm going to be using a white concealer corrector, whatever you want to call. So we're going to be using my favorite blush from Elf Bora Bora on my cheeks, and I'm going in with two colors of concealer from Elf Cosmetics to add some neutrality under my eyes, and I'm setting the entire face with the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder for a very polished look. You can't believe how beautiful this look was looking in the mirror face to face. It was incredible, and I'm going to set my entire face with this. I'm going to be reinforcing the cream contour with a bronzer from Hula. Now we are going to add some loose powder under our eyes to create insurance for any eye makeup or any eyeshadow that falls on the face. Starting with the transition shade Teddy, I'm going to use it above the area of my crease. After which, on the outer corner, I'm going to be using the shade Raw to create a some depth and shape, and this is going to go about till the middle of the lid, not over. And I'm going to be using the same shade Raw in the inner corner now on the center of the lid. I'm going to be using the shade Crave, which I absolutely love. I'm going to reinforce the inner corner, and here I'm going to be adding the shade Pearl from Anastasia Beverly Hills sultry palette, which I absolutely love. Look at the pop it just added. I'm using the same shade Raw on the lower lash line and adding some kohl or kajal on the waterline as well, which I'm going to then blend into my lower lash line to make the eyes really smoky and intense. And we're going to go in with the shade Dystopian from the ABH palette to darken the outer corner. And I'm going to add the shade Love Bite, the plum shade from the palette, on the crease to make it look more plum. I'm using the same Maybelline Kajal to line my upper lash line and waterline, and I'm going to add that same plum color to kind of blend the upper lash line. Okay, now I lost my brush kit or I kept it somewhere and I can't remember, so I'm using my fingernail to fill in my brows. You have to get creative, right? And I'm going to blend any harsh lines that I see. I'm using the shade Crave on the brow bone and the inner corner, and I'm loading on mascara on the lower and upper lash line so that I have a good grip for my falsies. I'm going to apply some glue on my falsies and let it get tacky for a bit, and placing them very precisely on my lashes. And I love how the look came out, especially after the liner. You've got to see. And while I'm putting on these lashes, please please take a minute to subscribe to my channel and like this video and let me know how you loved it down in the comments. So I am using the Maybelline eyeliner to give the most intense eyeliner winged look for me, because always, because why not. And here I'm using red, blue, yellow and white shade from my lip palette to create a custom mauve lip shade that I love so much. You're gonna see and you're gonna love it. So this is the shade that I've created, and I love to create shades like this. And lining my lips very, very precisely with the lip liner brush, and lip liner brush using the same shade and filling in my lips. Now, I thought this was a lighter shade, but of course it is really, really dark for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a medium shade concealer and put it on the center of the lips and blend it out so that I get an ombre lip look. Now, why do I do this and why don't I just create a lip look that is lighter? Because I like darker corners, lip corners, and the center has to look more poppy than the outer corner, which is why this is the way I do it. Also makes the lip color last longer. I'm reinforcing my contour with a contour brush, and here I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter on the high points of my face and blending it out with my fingers. Look at that glow. Hello, can you see me from space? Kind of a look. Somebody should make a highlighter named like this. Can you see me from space? I love this. Look at how beautifully and easily it blends even after applying it on dry surface. Going to use this as an eyeshadow as well, and this is my final look. I love this look. I hope you loved it too. So please subscribe to my channel, like this video and comment how you feel about this look.